I'm Ina Buckner-Barnette, the Sunshine Storyteller, class of '81, Emerson College alumni, and it's my pleasure to share with you a program I call Animal Crackers. It'll take us around the world in stories, songs, and movement. To do this program, I need your help. We're going to make sound of the story train, and we will travel around the globe. The train sounds like this. Ride the story train. Ride the story train. Ride the story train with me today. Woo-hoo! I hope you were able to follow along. And when we travel around the world, we'll sing the song and make the sound of the train all the way through. But for our first destination, we are in China. And the story that I'd like to share with you is a story about two friends. One very large friend with big floppy ears and a long nose that we usually call a trunk. Did you guess it's the elephant? Then you're right. And the other friend is a very small creature with beautiful wings that move so fast you can barely see them and a long beak. Did you guess the hummingbird? If you did, you're right. This story is called Holding Up the Sky, and it's about the little friend, the hummingbird, and the big friend, the elephant. On a bright, sunny day, a little hummingbird was laying in the middle of the road with its wings flapping and its claws reaching up to the sky. The little bird sang this song. Get ready to join me. I'm holding up the sky. I'm holding the sky. I'm holding up the sky. I can do it if I try. He sang that I version of the song for a long time, all alone on that hot, dusty road. It was just about lunchtime when he heard his best friend marching down the road, headed towards the water hole. The elephant sounded like this. But he stopped when he saw his little friend, the hummingbird. He heard the hummingbird sing the song that you just learned. Join me. I'm holding up the sky. I'm holding up the sky. I'm holding up the sky. I can do it if I try. But as the song went on, the little hummingbird sounded more and more tired. I'm holding up the sky. I'm holding up the sky. I'm holding up the sky. I can do it if I try. He was getting weaker and weaker, but his determination did not stop. The elephant heard that song and laughed. You're so small, there's no way you can hold up the sky. And the elephant passed his friend and went walking down the road 5 steps. Then he had a thought. The sky's so big, the bird's so small, he'll fail without help in the long run. and the elephant came back. He rolled over on his back and pushed his mighty hoofs up towards the sky. And the two friends, the tiny hummingbird and the mighty elephant, started to sing the wee version of the song. In 3, you can join me, and we will sing together. 1, 2, 3. We're holding up the sky. We're holding up the sky. We're holding up the sky. We can do it if we try. Those two friends are still at work today. And if you want some proof, just look out your window. And I bet you'll find that the sun is up in the sky. And maybe, depending upon where you are, there are a few clouds. But the job is still being well done. And this story shows us that one can do what one can do, but two can always do it better. And that's our first story, called Holding Up the Sky. Thank you. Now, for our next story, we need to go a little bit on a journey. We're leaving China and we're coming back to the United States for a story that I call The Barking Mouse. Yes, you heard that right. I did say barking, but I said mouse, not dog. Let's do our story train, and then we can do our story. So everybody, get ready, sing. The story train, ride the story train, ride the story train with me today. Woo, woo. Thank you so much. We're back in the United States. And for this story called The Barking Mouse, I need your help. I need you to give me the sound of a mean, angry, defiant dog when you see this signal. Can you do it? And when you see the next signal, I need a sneaky, hungry cat. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, that was good. But now there's one more signal. That's the signal of a hungry tummy. And I need to hear it growl. How does it sound? That's right. We're ready for our story, The Barking Mouse. On a beautiful sunny day, Mama asked her two babies if they'd like to go out and play. Would you like to play in the sun at the playground? What do you think those two baby mice said? Yes, Mommy, yes, please, let's go. So they put on their masks. I guess it was Corona time. They put on their sunglasses and they started to walk. Now in Storyland, we don't use our legs to walk. We're going to use our hands. And they walked to the corner. What do you do when you get to the corner so that you and your family can stay safe? That's right. We have to look both ways. Let's look both ways. And when you see it safe, let's walk 5 more steps, holding hands with the grown-ups with you. They walked 5 more steps and they were in the playground, in the wide open park, staying socially distant. And they were able to play on all the equipment because it was a safer time. The first thing they did was they held on to the swings and they pushed high and low and high and low and wee and low. The next thing they did was they climbed on the slide. And with the slide, we have 8 steps going up and then 3 circles in the tube to come down the slide before we go boom, because we hit the ground. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now 3 circles down. Shh, 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 boom. They even did it like Jello. Wiggle walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then wiggle down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, they played all afternoon, but soon their tummies started to make the hungry sound. What did it sound like? Ooh. Mama, can we have cheese, please, for lunch? Mama said yes. And then they started to walk home for their lunch. They walked by a great big tree. And up in the tree, they could see the leaves swaying. And in the middle of the leaves, they saw big brown cat tails twitching. Mama, we see a cat. We hear a meow. Ooh, Mama, what should we do? The 2 babies were so scared. But Mama knew what to do. She said, babies, hide behind the big brown bench. I'll take care of that. The babies ran as fast as they could and then hid behind the bench. Mama stood up as tall as a mama mouse can stand, which isn't very tall. But she looked at that tail and she gestured for it to come down. The cat jumped down. The cat looked eye to eye with Mama. And then Mama said the one thing that will scare any cat away. She said, ruff, 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 ruff. And the cat looked down. He scratched his head. Meows, meows, bark, meow, mouse, mark, mouse, dog, mouse, special, mouse. That cat ran away so fast, I hear it's still running, and it's almost in Hawaii. Mama, she knew her babies were safe, so she brought them back to herself, and she kissed both babies. Mama, what happened? We're barking and meowing. Where's everybody? What's going on, Mama? She just smiled. She said, babies, this is why I tell you it's good to speak 2 languages. So you see, that's the day that Mama saved her family. She didn't have to fight. She didn't use guns or knives. She used her brain and the gift of language that we learn when we read more books. And that's how she became known as the Barking Mouse. Thank you. Our next story will take us on yet another journey. We're going to Libya. And for this story, ride the story train, and we'll learn how the animals learn to count to 10. Everybody join me in 1, 2, 3. Ride the story train. Ride the story train. Ride the story train with me today. Woo, woo. Welcome to Libya. And our story is called Counting to 10. Once upon a time, before people walked on the earth, the animals were in charge, and they were everywhere. The king of the jungle wasn't the lion. The king of the jungle, the king was the leopard. And his beautiful daughter, the princess, was looking for a husband to help her rule. They called all the animals together to have a big party. They called it a feast. They didn't send emails like we would today. Instead, they called the royal drummer, and he sent out a message that sounded like this. Happy day, the king is having a feast. The king is having a feast. Everyone heard that message, and they came from around the jungle. Big animals who had long arms and legs came walking in. Little animals who had to scurry on the ground or jump. Swimming animals backstroked down the river so that they all could come together. And at midnight, they heard the royal edict, which means big important rule. They heard the clap. Try it. And everyone hushed. The leopard, he said, tonight we will find a new ruler in training. He will help my daughter rule the jungle. But he must prove himself worthy. Whichever animal can throw my tall hunting spear into the sky and count to 10 before it drops, that animal will prove himself wise enough to be the king in training. They knew this was law, but they also knew they needed a smart candidate. The first animal to try the contest, he was big, and he had a pretty good remembering mind. Big floppy ears and a trunk. Yes, you're right. It was the elephant. The elephant sang a song to everyone. I am the biggest. I am the biggest. I should be the king. I should be the king. Everybody heard the song, and they thought, yeah, elephants are big. But what can you do? The elephant used his long trunk to pick up the spear and toss it in the sky. But then he was very slow at counting. He could only count to 3 before it dropped. 1, 2, 3, plop! The spear fell down. I thought I could do it. I practiced. I'll go home. I'll see you later. I'll try again. Well, that was the elephant, the biggest animal. The next animal to come to the center was almost as large. But he had bad attitude and a horn in the middle of his mean little head. Did you guess? It's the rhinoceros? You're right. That rhino stomped into the circle, and he used his horn to pick up the spear. He tossed it in the sky, and he sang, I am the strongest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plop. He was mean, and he couldn't count much better than the elephant. And he was mad when he failed. I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm going. I should be the king. Oh. Smaller animals were happy to see all that bad attitude disappear. But the other animals didn't know what to do. Suddenly, someone came climbing down from a tree, eating a banana and laughing. I am the fastest. I tell the good jokes. I should be the king. I should be the king. Song. Well, he was fast. He was cute. But he wasn't a quick counter. He threw the spear up in the sky with his long arms and legs. And you know, he only got to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plop. Oh, I guess I'll have to take my banana peel and split. And the monkey left. Now, who was going to win this contest? Who would be the next leader in training? The animals looked up, down, and all around, but soon a very quiet, stately let his antlers pierce the way through the crowd, and this animal bowed before them all. He said, I am the smartest. I am the smartest. I shall be your king, and I shall serve you all. Well, that was the antelope with his beautiful long antlers and his gentle, compassionate mind. He came to that center. He picked up the spear with both antlers and tossed it in the sky. He counted in a special way. He said, 5, 10, and bowed. Plop! The spear fell down. He succeeded where the others had failed. And the king said, bravo, bravo, we found a new king. All the animals cheered. And that was the night when they all learned a special lesson. That when you're looking for a leader, don't pick the biggest one or the strongest one or even the funny one that makes you laugh. When you need a leader, you need to find somebody who's got a good mind for solving problems, a compassionate heart, and is willing to serve all the animals of the jungle. And that's how all the animals learned how to count to 10 and how to find a good leader. And that's the end of our story. I'm Ina, the Sunshine Storyteller. My website, sunshinestoryteller.com. Please check the website. You'll see more stories and learn how to sign up to get emails. And then you can watch some of my other programming for adults, children, and seniors. It's stories to uplift us all, and I bring them straight to you via Zoom, and we can watch the concerts like we are, and I'm available for private home concerts too. I thank you all for tuning in. I thank all of you for being a part of my Emerson family, and I wish you a sunshiny